Pastor Micah, Pastor Angel, because of your guys' love and support, I have had a renewed faith in God, and my life is forever changed. Thank you guys so much for all of the time and effort that you guys put into allowing people like me to feel that moment with God, because it is forever life-changing. Thank you.
Hello, Pastor Micah and Angel. We are here just to say thank you for all that you have done for us. You've been a big impact in our lives. I've been coming to City Church now for 6 years, and there's no place I'd rather be. And I brought this guy with me, and now he's been coming, and we're regulars every Sunday. Never want to miss because of the messages you bring us and the things you've done in our lives.
Everything that she said and more, I just couldn't, words can't express how much not only have Pastor Micah, you and Angel have affected our lives, but City Church in general. She was going to church before I was. I really didn't go to any other church, and she asked me to go. This was probably close to 4 years ago, and now we don't want to miss a weekend. It's incredible the things that we get just by coming here and being part of this atmosphere and environment. It's infectious in the most glorious way that could be possible.
Our relationship has grown tremendously since we've started coming here. We've been through many ups and downs, and a lot of your messages have gotten us through, and I specifically remember the Don't Settle message. And if it wasn't for that, we probably wouldn't be married today. So I thank you so much for bringing me back to where I needed to be and finding this awesome man in my life.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. I just wanted to, really say thank you for the things you do week in and week out. The messages that you bring obviously brings us closer to God with our faith, but it's also even more deeper than that. She kind of hinted a little bit. It's almost like we have, I guess, marriage directional counseling every single weekend we come here. It just really, it uplifts our beliefs and what our lives, and kind of gets us on track every single weekend. It is truly, truly amazing. The one message that I can recall that really got me was the one about the tithing, and it just kind of spoke to me as far as what was I doing. I was going to church. I was loving going to church. The worship part, obviously, pastor's message, but it ended right there. After that service, I changed my entire ways with the whole tithing situation, and it has brought back tenfold. So, just one of a quick examples of what really I remember infecting us and changing us forever.
Thank you. We love you guys, and we couldn't have done this all without you.
Angel, Pastor Micah, we love you so much, and could not be more grateful for having you lead us through this crazy life and bring us closer to our faith. So thank you. We love you, and see you soon.
Hey Pastor Micah and hey Pastor Angel. I just wanted to say thank you to help me to know God. When I walked up to you, I was so nervous to say I wanted to work for God. But when I did it, I was so grateful, and I wanted to know God. And whenever you let me come up to the stage, I was so happy. When I always come into City Church, I always feel that Pastor Micah, I'm going to learn something from Pastor Micah. You're the best pastor in the world. You're the best pastor that I've ever had in the world. And I just wanted to say thank you for letting me do all that stuff.
Well, when we first came here, the sermon series just started. It was called Good Things. For us, it was more like Great Things. So many great things happened to us since we walked in through these doors, starting from the parking lot, all the way into who's serving coffee, to walking into the sanctuary, and all of that reflects, back to Pastor Micah, Pastor Angel, and it's what we've actually become. Our two oldest daughters became interns. And our 2 younger ones are anxious to becoming interns as well. It's just been a great thing happening.
I think they have impacted our family by being role models to us. Their actions are holy. Their words are inspiring, and they're real. And they help us to be better parents. They help us to be better people, and ultimately, they help our family to be more united. So we're just so blessed to be here, and we just enjoy, and we wake up on Sundays just excited to come in, and we know that we're going to be surrounded by the Holy Spirit, because He just invites. Just the way their leadership is amazing, and they want us to make us to feel like we want to be better. We want to follow Christ in every way.
Well, Pastor Micah, I have to tell you that not all of your jokes are funny, but I think it's because you're Canadian. But we love you anyway. But one thing I did learn from you, one amongst a lot of different things is, I want to dress better and I want to buy another pair of shoes. We love you.
I want to say thank you for making me want to be better, and thank you for looking out at each one of us and feeling like we're special.
I started coming to City Church back in March. My husband and I at the time were separated because our son was in an addiction that just tore our marriage apart and our family apart. And I came here and I just found the grace and the love of the church. The scriptures tell us there is no condemnation in Christ Jesus, but you don't always find that with people. But I found it here at City Church, and I know it's only because of the leadership of Pastor Micah and Pastor Angel that I was able to find the peace that I had so prayed for at the beginning of the year. But since then, my son is no longer addicted, and my marriage is restored, and now he's joining me here at City Church. And I'm just so blessed, and I just want to thank you so much for all that you've done and the perseverance of being a pastor and a pastor's wife. I know it's a hard job and it's a challenge, but it's so much, just blesses so many people, and it blessed me.
For me, coming here was even more difficult. I felt a little jealousy that my wife had found a church and had a pastor and a new family. And as much as I was happy to rejoice with her as we saw God rebuilding our marriage, I was unsure about the leadership. And the first time that we came, there was a lot of negativity in my heart, a lot of jealousy. And as I began to understand what Pastor and his family has meant to my wife, I began to receive also the same grace and the same sense of being safe to trust, being safe to allow my family to be stewarded and cared for and spiritually guided when I couldn't be there. And it wasn't long before I began to see Pastor Micah and Angel and the family, and realize that it was more than just a place for my wife to receive restoration. It was a ministry and a leadership team that I could open myself up to be restored in my own heart and to trust again.
Well, I think that what I'm most appreciative of with City Church, right at the beginning, maybe a month after we started, I was out in the lobby with Cora, and Miss Angel came up and introduced herself and asked us out to dinner, to join a bunch of people with the pastors for dinner. And we just had left a church we went probably 3 years to, and I don't think they even knew our name. And here she was, the pastor's wife, coming up and approaching, and we were out to dinner, and we were pretty nervous about the first dinner. We didn't know what to expect, but it was a great time, and I really appreciated that. And then at another dinner, it was so nice. right after the dinner, he said that he had been really looking forward to me joining him that night. So, I mean, that's a heck of a compliment. That felt really good. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the intimacy that he has with the people here, that he gets to know them and learns their names.
That's what I was gonna say. So he definitely knew all of our family's names within the first week of coming here.
Yes.
After meeting us once, it was like, knew our names, and Miss Angel, of course, introduced herself. And just, you feel like family here. I mean, most of our really good friends came here from City Church. I mean, it's just amazing. You come here and everybody's so friendly and welcoming, and our kids love City Kids.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just such an amazing feeling. It is exactly what we were looking for in a church, and we appreciate them creating, you know, this atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, City Church is just.
Well, it is. It's perfect, and we thought we might be church shopping for a while. We thought we might have to look around for a little while, and then we stumbled upon here, and that was it. I mean, I think we may have tried one church before this and said this just doesn't feel right, and this felt like the place.
And the first night we came, it was right when that service, I think it was a Thursday night service, had just ended.
It was Sunday. It was Sunday
It was
nights.
an evening, maybe a Saturday evening or something.
Maybe.
But there was nobody in the parking lot, and so on Facebook I sent a message thinking I would never hear back. And Pastor Micah almost immediately, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, dear, it's the pastor.
I said we can't go now because you've involved the pastor.
Yeah, and right away, I mean, he was super apologetic, and right away we felt like, oh my gosh, these guys really care. And it was just such an amazing feeling. And again, I mean, it's exactly what we were looking for. So we appreciate it.
And it's great coffee. That's important.
Coffee, and then of course the kids love the donuts. So
I like them too. So thank you both very much for all that you've done for our family, for our friends here, and for City Church.
Pastor Micah and Miss Angel, we just sincerely appreciate you taking us in and making us feel like family.
Yeah, I appreciate the genuine love. I think you can tell when somebody's heart is for people, or just kind of playing the games to build a church and all that. But I really see the love in both of your hearts, and the love you have for our family, our children, for the church. It's just amazing, and we thank you for that major influence in our life.
Yes, thank you.
I just want to start off by saying just thank you, Pastor Micah and Angel, for everything you do for us, for everybody involved in City Church. Like, you've impacted us so much that words are even hard to find to even describe how we feel. We've been going here probably 2 years now, and when we first moved back, we moved to North Carolina for a while, and then we moved back, and we found an awesome church down there, and we got saved together, and then we came back, and we're like, man, how are we going to find another church like we found down there? We're like, this is going to be impossible. So we tried a couple different churches, and it just wasn't what we were looking for. And I have a friend, Trandon, which he was a pastor at another church, a youth pastor, and we were talking. He had asked me to do a DJ show for him, and told him kind of how we were looking for a church, and he said, yeah, you guys are always welcome at our church, but he kind of recommended City Church. Like, you guys need to go there. You got kids, and I think it'd just be awesome for you. And for him to say that, usually pastors wouldn't tell you to go to another church. They want to get you to their church. So we came here, and man, from day one, it was like, wow, like greeted at the door, hugs, like felt very welcome, especially with the kids. We were looking for something for our one boy at the time, and now two, and the way it impacts his life, he's always talking about Jesus, and he's correcting me every day, and without this church and the word that Micah gives us, that wouldn't be possible. He wouldn't be. That helps me so much, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, just kind of how John said. It was kind of steps leading us to here. It's like we knew when we walked in the doors that we were supposed to be here, and we haven't looked back since. And every message that Pastor Micah and Pastor Angel have given us, I have been able to use in my daily life. And especially the one that has stuck out to me the most lately is the not letting your neighbor drown. And that's very much been impactful with what I've been dealing with lately with my family and what we have going on right now. And I'm not going to give up because I'm not going to let them drown. And I just appreciate all the words and wisdom that you guys give us every Sunday. And
definitely feels like you're talking to us, like no one else is in the room. Sometimes I have to look around and make sure I'm not the only one in the room, because it's like, oh man, he hit that one on the head. And for that to be every week is, we know we're supposed to be here. You know, this is where we are and this is our home. And we love you for marrying us. We love you for what you're doing in this community and what you're doing for every single new person that walks in the door. As far as the money, the $50 that goes to families in need, like the little things add up to so many big things. And you know, there's definitely a church going in the right place, and that's definitely thanks to both of you.
Definitely.
And we love you for that.
Pastor Micah and Pastor Angel, we love you guys and we appreciate everything you guys do. The countless thoughts to make each and every person feel absolutely special when they walk in these doors is amazing. Like, you don't feel like just a number here. You feel like you're a part of a family, and for that, we can't thank you enough. We cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, we thank you and we love you and we appreciate you so much.
Pastor Micah, just thank you guys so much for your love for the next generation, me included, but the whole internship as a whole. It changed my whole summer. It changed my everything because of it. And I just really, really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the fact that whenever I am going down with something, I have someone to talk to, Pastor Micah. That's you. And I just really, really, from the bottom of my heart, love you guys. I hope you have a great Pastor Appreciation.
We love you guys!